Monday, July 8. Japan will be the first to report on important economic developments in the coming week. At 2:50, the report on the current account without seasonal fluctuations is expected. The indicator shows the difference between imports and exports of goods, services, and interest payments during the billing month. Values of the indicator above the expected are considered favorable for the Japanese yen, and values below the forecasted, negative. Also on this day, 9 o'clock, Germany will report the trade balance, the difference between the value of the country's exports and imports during the reporting period. If Germany exports more than it imports, it has a surplus. In the opposite situation, it has a trade deficit. The effect of changing the indicator is ambiguous. On the other hand, a growing surplus indicates a successful economy, which can have an impact on exchange rates. Tuesday, July 9. On Tuesday, 4:30, Australia will inform about the NAB Business Confidence Index. The index is calculated based on the results of a business survey conducted by the National Australia Bank among hundreds of Australian companies. It reflects the expectations of business representatives about what business conditions will be for 3 months ahead. The index value above 0 can positively affect the Australian dollar. At 15 o'clock, Mexico will report the Core Consumer Price Index. The report reflects the change in prices of goods and services purchased by households in the country. The calculation includes goods and services that characterize the current expenditures of households and does not include taxes and social payments. The growth of the index may have a positive impact on the Mexican peso. Wednesday, July 10. On July 10th, the focus for market players will be China and the Consumer Price Index report scheduled for 4:30. It reflects the change in the price level of consumer goods and services in terms of households in the current month compared to the previous month. The index is also used in adjusting wages and social benefits. A rise in the CPI has a positive impact on the yuan. Also on this day, 19 o'clock, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand will announce its interest rate decision. Setting the regulator's interest rate is one of the main tools of monetary policy, through which the Reserve Bank of New Zealand regulates the strength of its currency. A rise in the rate could lead to a rise in the New Zealand dollar. Thursday, July 11. Traders should keep an eye on the news from South Korea on this day. At 4 o'clock, there will be an interest rate decision. It is made at the meetings of the Monetary Policy Council of the regulator and is published immediately after the meeting. An increase in the interest rate leads to appreciation of the South Korean won, while a decrease leads to a depreciation. At 15:30, the United States will report the Consumer Price Index. The goods and services included in the CPI calculation basket are divided into 8 major groups: food and beverages, housing, clothing, transportation, medical care, recreation, education and communications, and other goods and services. The growth of the Consumer Price Index positively affects the dollar. Friday, July 12. On this day, at 1:45, New Zealand will announce electronic card retail sales. They reflect the percentage change in non-cash payments for the reporting month compared to the previous month. The indicator can be used to gauge consumer spending and economic activity. The indicator values are seasonally adjusted, may be revised each month, and monthly movements may fluctuate. At the end of the coming week, Singapore will report its GDP at 3 o'clock. Gross domestic product is the percentage change in the total value of all goods and services produced in the state during the reporting quarter compared to the previous quarter. The indicator values are provided seasonally adjusted. The growth of the indicator may favorably affect the Singapore dollar.